Hello again. We're outside today. It's a beautiful day, even though we're still in winter and there's snow on the ground, but I couldn't resist. Sorry for the glare and the backlighting. We are in the Northwest still here. So this is Oregon. It's a Chardonnay from Oregon by Rose Rock. So it's called the Rose Rock Chardonnay 2016. Now, Rose Rock is now a Drouhin family property in Oregon. They bought, Drouhin has been established in Oregon, the big French Burgundy family, since the late 20th century. They had their own domain called Domaine Drouhin, and I've tried some of their wines. It made really good wine made in Oregon. As we've discussed before, the French and the people from Burgundy have discovered Oregon, have invested there over the years, which kind of helps validate it and improve the quality. Both by buying property, and a lot of winemakers there in Oregon have come from France, and they're French. Anyway, they bought Rose Rock, which was an established property maybe 6-7 years ago. They make Chardonnay and Pinot. It's a pretty nice property, not far from Dundee, in the hills there. And it's beautiful. It's got a lot of space. I haven't visited, but I've seen some of the pictures, and it has a pretty big vineyard that farms both Chardonnay and Pinot. Typically, the wines are very good. I've had the Pinot Noir and the Chardonnay before, so let's just sort of confirm that if you want. This is very clear, as you see in the color, that typical really light gold Chardonnay, crisp Chardonnay color. On the nose, I'm getting a little bit of, you get this usual citrus, but I'm getting a little bit, something a little rounder and fatter. Maybe a little bit of peach, the vanilla, of course. I think it comes a bit from the oak, which, we have to take in stride. And but that sweet fatness is really kind of buttery, is what's really interesting, because it's faint. It's interesting, but it's not overwhelming like it could be some of these really oaky Chardonnays. And you do have the citrusy and the sweetness, which are sort of combined. Let's give it a little bit more air because it's pretty cold out here. It really opens up in a kind of combination of butter and fruit, as I said before, but citrus fruits and a little bit of peach, which is kind of, the peach is peaches can be a little, tart, but they're also sweet and fleshy. A little bit of sort of candy on the finish, which is unusual, hard candy. Can't quite tell what flavor. But the acidity is nice. I had this wine with a Lebanese dinner last night. We made some vegetable, lentils and cabbage salad, which is very typical. And this really works well with that because it cuts through the acidity in the cabbage salad. And it's also very tasty on its own. That's the kind of wine you need when you're having a kind of a vegetable dish with lemon and olive oil and spices. That's the only kind of wine I think that would work with that, or some of the Lebanese white wines, which I don't really know much about, to be honest. Very nice mix of flavors. The finish is there. It stays with you. It's really better today than it was yesterday. Not surprised you, because these wines need air and need time. Highly recommended. And see you soon, hopefully outside again.